What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to level all of your crafters from level 90 to 100 in just under 40 minutes. In fact, in most cases, it's around 30 minutes. So, this is very similar to what we did in Endwalker, however, a little bit different. Because not only are we going to level our classes up so fast, we're going to earn 10 to 20 million gil while doing it. Yes, we are going to earn a ton of gil while doing this. And that is even after spending a little bit of gil. Now, one thing to note first and foremost is there are going to be a couple of little spoilers in this video, namely related to the area, okay? If you have not gotten to the second city yet, so the second city where there are some extra vendors like the turn-ins and so on and so forth, do not watch this video, otherwise you are going to be spoiled on the area. If you don't care about that or you are past that, then I am talking about Solution 9. So you want to go here first and foremost because yes, it is going to be using some collectibles, however with a little twist. However, before I tell you that twist, let's have a message from today's sponsor. LG, do you ever feel like you run out of screen space or your current screen just isn't cutting it anymore, hindering the way you enjoy games and media? Well, let me introduce you to the insane LG Ultra Gear 39GS95QE, a 39-inch ultra-wide OLED gaming monitor with an optimal 800 arc curve for the greatest gaming experience, an ultra-fast 0.03 millisecond response time with its 240Hz refresh rate panel, ensure you never lose out due to screen lag. It features VESA Display HDR True Black 400 with a 98.5% color gamut for incredible color accuracy, NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync, all on a lovely 3440 by 1440 resolution and 21 by 9 aspect ratio. And of course, it features auto input switch and picture by picture, along with picture in picture when you want to play your console games while you absolutely should be working from home. What's more, with all the extra screen space, you can enjoy your games in comfort while watching walkthroughs or reading guides, all without ever having to change screens. And if you're more of a business user, no problem. All the extra screen space is a huge boon when you're working on things like spreadsheets. Learn more about the LG Ultra Gear 39GS95QE by clicking the link down below in the description. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to be leveling all of our classes from 90 to 100. Now, early access started yesterday. Obviously, as you can see in the top left there, I've already completed the MSQ. I did that yesterday. So today I have focused on gatherers and crafters. And as you can see, we've made really good progress here. Now, we're going to max out our goldsmith. As you can see, it's already level 91. You are going to have a little bit of variation here, okay? So for example, how much rested EXP you have is going to affect this. If you've done any Grand Company turn-ins is going to affect this. If you've done any custom deliveries or any levies and so on and so forth, all of that is going to affect this. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and power level as quickly as possible, we are going to be utilizing the actual turn-ins. Okay, this is very similar to what we did in Endwalker, and once again, feel free to just buy all the materials from the market board. With people leveling battle classes, doing fates, leveling the gatherers and stuff like that, all the materials are dirt cheap right now. You could probably do this for about 300,000 gil per class, but each class is going to make you a few million gil back. Yes, so you are always going to be making money even if you are buying materials. So first and foremost, when it comes to all the classes, you literally just want to do the first turn-in only. So in the case of goldsmith, it's going to be the rarefied law longbow. For leather worker, just stick to the Lobo skin fingerless gloves and so on and so forth. Why? Because if you actually look at the EXP difference, so right here my armor is level 100. So for the very first one, we get 2.3 million gil. And then it's very slowly going up, but it's not really going up enough to warrant the extra items required. or the extra time it would take to craft the items due to the increased difficulty. Now, in terms of what gear you need for this, you honestly really don't need much in terms of gear, okay? I have overmalded indicators and splendorous tools, lodestar tools. You don't need that, okay? You literally don't need anywhere near that much. You don't need any overmalds. You can use bog standard tools, doesn't matter. The macro is going to be overkill because this is entirely macroed. That will also be posted down below in a pinned comment, so feel free to just copy and paste that. So, without further ado, let's take a look, shall we? So right now, we are looking at server time of 5:53 p.m. Keep an eye on that, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start the first craft off. And we're going to just use the little macro now. As you can see, my goldsmith is already 91. That's just because I made a couple of the base materials. I made some of the law ingots, and I did a grand company turn-in as well. However, let's say you've just bought all your materials. You've bought them already pre-crafted. You're not even going to craft the base materials yourself. What you're going to need for this is a total of 78 crafted items, okay? If you were not crafting anything, it would take 78 to actually get you from level 90 to 100. However, if you are crafting the items yourself, which obviously with them being collectibles, you have to, you don't need 78, you need 67. Now, if you are making your own pre-crafts, let's say you just buy the base materials and then you craft your own ingots, your own levers, and so on and so forth, that will actually drop down to anywhere from 50 to 60 items required, okay? As I mentioned, there are a few things that impact this, namely your rested bonus and so on and so forth. And of course, if you're using any extra EXP buffs as well, at the top, like 20% extra EXP from the Grand Company and so on and so forth. So you are going to have a little bit of leeway with this. However, at a minimum, you are going to need 50 items. So what I would suggest doing is just craft your base 50 and then see where you are on your level. So on the bottom of the screen here, you can see my goldsmith is level 91. If you end up at level 94, you only need about 50 turn-ins, okay? If you're on 93, then you need about 55 turn-ins. And if you are on 92, then you need about 60 turn-ins. As long as you're crafting your mats, then you'll end up between 93 and 94, maybe a little in 94. If you are not crafting your own mats, you'll end up being at least 92, probably 93. So again, 50 to 60 is the average range. So what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to skip ahead to where we've crafted these. And remember, keep an eye on the time, okay? Because this is going to take us about 30 minutes to get all these crafts done. So let's use the power of magic and skip to them all being crafted, shall we? Okay, so the crafting is now done, and as you can see, I've made 60 longbows. And if we take a look at the time there, it is now 6:33 server time, which means it took about 38 minutes. However, I did have to stop and resend my ventures out just up here, so that probably took about another 4 or 5 minutes because I do have 10 retainers. So once all them were sent out, I went back to crafting, which means the actual time taken probably about 33 minutes, 32 to 33 minutes. As you can see, my goldsmith is now level 93 as well. So let's go ahead and turn these 60 longbows in, and this should get me all the way to level 100. And as you can see at the top as well, my purple scripts is absolutely flying up. Once that ends up capping out in just a second, we are going to go ahead and go trade them in. But as you can see, we're now level 97 already, and we still have 30 books left. So let's go ahead and just trade these purple scripts in. And remember, all these can be gotten for gil. Well, you can just trade these in and then sell them off for gil. So one thing I suggest doing is getting a nice little mix of the grade 11s. Even if you don't want to sell them, they'll come in extremely handy in patch 7.1 when the new crafting gear arrives, which allows you to then obviously overmeld that to perfection. Or if you really wanted to, you could overmeld the current level 100 gear. And as you can see at level 99, it looks like we are going to have enough, and boom, level 100 in 60 crafts. And my scripts are full as well, so we can actually go get some more. But as you can see, guys, just over 30 minutes of crafting that took, and we took our class all the way from level 90 up to level 100. That is how quick and easy this method is, and of course with the materia that I've just been getting, we can earn a very nice profit as well. And that's not the only thing. If you want as well, you can also just withdraw your materia from your current indicators gear and also sell that for even more money, or of course just use it for your own crafting gear in the future. But though guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed and I really hope it has helped. Now, let me know one thing down below in the comments. What is going to be the first crafter that you master with this little leveling trick? Or are you just going to do them all in order? And of course, also, I do have a really fast way of leveling up the Disciples of the Land as well. If you guys want to see a video about that, then by all means, let me know down in the comments and I will get that made for you guys. Especially Fisher, because Fisher is a tricky one for sure. But until next time, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.